Welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth once again. And we have a fantastic puzzle for you once again, continuing the series of Tree and Seasons by Willpower. No prizes for guessing what season we're going to look at next. I mean, first off, we've already done 3 seasons. Second, the thumbnail, I think, is very much a telltale. We're talking about cherry blossoms, we're talking about spring, we're talking about trees in spring this time round. Now, I actually almost missed it because it wasn't named Tree in Spring. It was actually named after cherry blossoms. But it happened to be a comment on another video, I think it was Lucky Threes, that brought it to my attention. So I guess people are enjoying the series, and why wouldn't they? They're a phenomenal series from Willpower. You know, similar diagram to all of them, but the rule set makes it play so extremely different. So thank you, Willpower, for yet another, I'm absolutely certain, phenomenal puzzle that we're going to get to enjoy in a second. Now, before we do so, I just want to comment a little bit on the thumbnail itself. A few years ago, I'm going to say 5, 6, it was pre-COVID, so yeah, probably around that 5, 6 period, we were lucky enough to actually be visiting Japan, bang in season for cherry blossoms. And we ended up visiting Tokyo and Kyoto just as it was peaking, as in because they're in different latitude, is it? Yeah, latitude, longitude, latitude. So the cherry blossoms basically bloom at different times across Japan, and you can essentially end up traveling across Japan, sort of north to south, and getting that opportunity of basically visiting cherry blossoms all in their own, sorry, south to north, surely. Whatever it is, we were lucky enough to basically see both cities right at the peak of the cherry blossom season. And it is just remarkable. There's just so many trees, so many parks, all in blossom, all looking stunning and absolutely amazing. One downside, though, is it is peak tourist season. We're not the only ones there that were enjoying it. So if you're someone that doesn't enjoy crowds, I would say avoid, but otherwise it's something to certainly add to the bucket list and try and do at some point. Now, with that said, let's take a look at today's puzzle. So, Cherry Blossoms in Spring by Willpower. And once again, you've got that tree that's been fairly consistent. Fairly consistent? I think so. There's the 6, there's the 2. I just can't remember if that was the exact shape of it, but largely is. Of the tree trunk here in brown, you've got now essentially the rest of the tree in pink, lovely, kind of showing the cherry blossoms and a whole bunch of circles. Maybe that's kind of almost like the flowers. Yeah, that could well be it as well. So let's take a look at the rule set. So normal Sudoku rules apply. Fantastic. Digits 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. What else do we have? Quadruples. The numbers in each circle are a number in the 4 surrounding cells. We've seen these before on the channel, but essentially what this circle here says with 1, 3, 5, 6 is these 4 cells must contain 1, 3, 5, 6. We just don't know what order they're in. Although you can probably guess, well, you've got 4, 6, 7, 9. Whatever digit is overlapping between these two is clearly going to have to be here to satisfy both circles. The numbers on each pink line sum to 17. Okay. Maybe explains whether that's 1 pink line or 2 pink lines. Does it say? Numbers may repeat on pink lines. Renban line, the brown line, contains one set of the numbers 1 to 9 without repeats. Numbering cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. 6, 13, 15, 12, and 12. That's all the rules we have for today. According to Willpower, we should be able to solve this with 0 digits in the grid. I am going to interpret this as a single line. I don't know if that's a silly idea. It feels like it's too long, but we've also got another huge line over here that also somehow sums up to 17. So that's the way I'm going to interpret it. If I get stuck, I'm going to try it as 2 separate lines, but I don't think that's the case here. If you want to play along, link will be in the description down below as per usual. And pardon me, let me actually just increase the lighting a bit so you can see everything. And with that said, let's restart the clock and see how we get on. So when I was explaining the rule set, I was saying 6 has to go in here because 4, 6, 7, 9 in particular, 6 has to be between these 4 cells, 6 has to be between these 4 cells. There's only one cell that's shared between them, and it's here. So we know that these are from 4, 7, and 9. We know these are from 1, 3, and 5. We know that 2 and 8 have still not been placed. We know that this is not 7 or 9 because we've got 2, 3, 4, 8. So we could actually place the 4 in here. 4, not 4. We've got a 7, 9 pair now. 3 must be on here, joint with either an 8 or a 2. I'm going to say 3 has to be here because of the 1, 3, 4, 9. I feel pretty comfortable with that. That's not a 3, therefore. We need a 9 down here. You can see the 7, 9 pair kind of specifying, but also we've got this 5, 6, 7, 9 quadruple in here. And now that's a 1, 4 pair that's left in there. We have 5, 6, and 7 still to be placed. 6 is here. And then I think 5 and 7 can basically go anywhere. And this would be the remainder of that 2, 8, whatever that may be. Okay, that's not a 3. Have we got anything else? 1, 3, 4, 9. I mean, not as obvious necessarily just yet. So one thing if you remember in previous puzzles of the tree series is we've said because this is a 9-cell Renban line, it includes the entire digits 1 to 9. What it does mean though is because we've got 6 here in column 5, is these 3 digits have to be the same as these 3 digits. Now if you take a look at this 6, we can't place it in here because this is surrounded by 1, 2, 5, and 9. So the 6 has to be here. We have 7, 9, 1, 3, 5 that we need to place in here. I'm just going to, clearly it's got to be the 9 and either the 1 or the 5. Again, because of this quadruple that's here. So the 2 is down there, and we've eliminated the 3 from here. That's a 3. Not sure if it's strictly on the solution path, but, I'll take it. So that places the 3 down here. And the 9 is highly likely because of these 9s to be in these 2 digits, but it's not a given. The 6 is definitely in here. The fact that we have 1, 4, 6, 7 and we have 1, 4 in common, I think this has to be 1, 4 because it can't be down here. Otherwise, it would deprive this quadruple circle. So that tells us this is a 5, this is a 1. These are not 5s. This is the 5. That's a 6, 7 pair. 1, 4, 2, 8. We should be able to place a 9, meaning this is a 3, 9 pair. And can we tell anything else? Just the 6 is in here. That's a 5 now, so not... Sorry, we did say this must be a 9. This has to be the 7. So this is 5, 6, 9, 6, and 5, 9. This is not 1. Shame, if this was a 1, we'd have known that the 1 is in here. But that may still end up being a 1, 6 pair and a 4, 7 pair. We'll see about that. This is 1, 2. Yeah, so this is 1, 6 and 4, 7. We know what this column is now. It is from 2, 5, and 8, I'm going to say. That's not 5, that's not 2. That could be any of them. We'll come to some lines in a second because we've pencil marked so much of it. I feel like it's going to be almost like a cakewalk soon for us to be able to solve this. So this is not 9 or 3. This is not 5 or 7. This is either 4, 8. I think that's the only option that's left, isn't it? Because it's 3, 9, 4, 8, and 5, 7. So this is 4, 8. these three are, well, sorry, these remaining 4 digits are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 7. This is not 1, 2, or 7. This has to be a 3. This is now a triplet, you can see. It's not very helpful triplet. I mean, this is not a 1. I say it's not very helpful triplet. I'm sure it will be helpful later. It's just, it's not allowing us to make much progress just yet. So let's do 17s for a second. You know, I think there's more other things we can probably do, but this is just screaming out at me. 5 with a 2 would get us to 7, and somehow we'd have to place a 10 in here. So that's clearly the 8, the 2, the 2, the 8. And this now needs to be 13 with a 4. We still need to place 5, 9, and a 7. No, an 8, I'm going to say. Yeah, that's an 8. That's the second 5, 9. That's not pencil marked. 1, 2, 7, 5, 9, 8. That looks all solid to me. That tells us the order in here. That's a 2. That's 5, 8 pair. No, we're not taking that further just yet. We are taking this further though. 1, 2 pair, 1, 2 pair. Not a 7 in here either. We've got 9 and 3 for 12. These need to add up to 6. And it said numbers may repeat on pink lines. So this could still be 1, 5 or 2, 4. Now, if it's 2, 4, it's this way. If it's 1, 5, it's not possible because we've got 5, 9, and 1, 6 all looking at this cell, meaning they're not an option anymore. So this is 4, 2, 1, 2, 1. Should be able to place this. This is a 3. Should be able to place this as well because we've got a 3, 9 pair looking at this. I should have done this much earlier. No worries, hasn't necessarily slowed us down that much. Not past to solving this. The one here sees the 1, 4. We've got, let's see, 10 and we need 17. That's a 7, 6. I'll come back to this a little bit later. We've got 6 already, so we need 11 in here. I don't think that's a 9 because there's just way too many remaining digits. So we're already at 9. Is that correct? Meaning we need 8 between these 4. Again, can't be a 6. Too big. So that's 5. Well, that's 8 plus 6, that's 14. 15. Hang on, that can't be correct. Is my math off there? 5 and 8 and 9 and 12, 13, 15. Sorry, why was I trying to get to 18? It's, yeah, 17. 7, 4. Right, that's all the pink lines done. And presumably they're solved correctly unless the rest of the puzzle breaks somewhere. And then we probably have to revisit if this is the right interpretation of the rules. We need an 8 in this row. We need a 6 to finish it off. No, a 7 to finish it off. We need a 3, 5, and 6. And unfortunately, we can't entirely place any of them. We can just remove a single digit from each. Well, you know, given this box is empty, we're really only going to be able to make so much progress. We need here a 6, which is up here with a 7. We know the order of that, 7 and 6. We need an 8 and a 9. We know the order of those two. We now know this is a 1, 5. We know the order of that, and therefore we can actually solve this. We still have to place 4 and 6 by the looks of things. Now, I'm just basically looking at that 13 to resolve it. If I put 6 in here, I need a 7, which I can't. So that's a 4, 9, 6, 2. Because the 6 is looking at this cell, this is a 7, 8. We know the order of that. That's 8, that's 7, that's 4, that's 8. We need a 3, 7 to complete the last box in here, box 7. So this is not 5, 7. It could still be 4, 8 or 3, 9. Can it be 4, 8? No, it can't be. So it's 3, 9. We know the orders because of these and 3s and 9s. It's looking at this. That's a 7, that's a 3. We've got a 7 in here because of just Sudoku. What else can we quickly do in here? So what do we need in here? We need a 9. You know, without it, no. I've made an error. So the remainder I needed was 5 and 9. And both of them are looking at this cell here. And I can't place either. To complete column 4. On this side, I need to complete, let me just double check my maths everywhere. That's correct, that's correct, that's correct. Let's check our 17s. 5, 10, 17. 7, 9, 11, 15, 16, 18. I've made that mistake already again. So 4, 3, 2, 9, 11, 15, 16, 18. Wow, that's going back quite a bit. I remember I was placing some of these digits around here when I decided that I'm adding it up to 18. It's just I don't remember which one it was. So unfortunately, we're going to have to unwind, wow, a substantial amount of the puzzle. Well, you get extra video material as a result. 9, 12. It's not, I needed 5 in here. So that was either 2, 3. And it's not 1, 4 because it would leave with nothing in here. So that's 2, that's 3. I mean, most of it is going to be roughly the same. It's just, yeah, that was, as far as mistakes go, a big one. Let's do this as quickly as we can, though, without making more mistakes. You know, we don't want to unwind so much of the puzzle again. Yeah, that looks like 6, 7 in here. 8, 9. Yeah. 5, 8. 5. Not 3, 9. We're still looking at it. Yeah. 9, 5. Don't know how to resolve these 6, 7s yet. I can reuse my maths here. If memory serves, it was a 3, a 1, a 4, a 1, and it was a 2, wasn't it? 8, 9, 12, 15. Yeah. That's a 7. 4, 6, 9. I remember we were able to solve this one. So we needed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's the 8, that's the 7. And if memory serves, it was 3, 5, 6, but we weren't able to resolve these just yet. Now, this 6 is either a 2, 4 or a 1, 5. It looks like it's actually both are available now. It wasn't previously, was it? So that's 4, 2. That's 1, 5. Interesting. This is not a 6, 7 because 7s are looking at it. 8s are looking at it. So this is 4, 9. That's the order of it. That's not 1. Therefore, that's a 5. Tells us that's a 6, 3, 5. Still need to solve what these are. I should say place rather than solve. 6, 2, still is a 7, 8. Still is in this order. 4 and 8. Still is a 2 in here. We need to place 3 and 7 unresolved. Now we still have to place 5 and 9. This time round, we can place the 9, we can place the 5. So you know this is not 3, 9 or 5, 7. This is 4, 8, and we can do it this time. Yeah. Excellent. So we still have 3, 7, and a 6 by the looks of things to place. 6 is not going to be here. Neither is a 7, in fact. 7, 6, 3. We need a 1 and a 3. Have we solved this yet? I mean, 6s and 7s not yet, but let's do the 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to place. I'll come back to 6, 7. Where is the 9? In here. So 6 and 7s. Interesting. Is there some sort of rule I've missed? Oh yeah, of course. This was meant to be 17. This has to be a 7. 6, 6, 7, 6. And if I've not made any other mistakes, that's the solution for today's puzzle. They're a phenomenal series, Willpower. Please excuse the error that just slowed things down. But it is a pretty quick solve and an immensely enjoyable puzzle. Unfortunately, a conclusion for the series, I imagine, unless somehow we're going to have more seasons than 4. Hope you enjoyed today's video and see you back for the next one. Bye for now.